Hi, very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Imtiaz. I'm from Prodigy Education. Such a great pleasure to talk to everyone. We'll just give it another minute or two, and then we'll get started with our session. So far, we see about eight parents, presume, have joined so far. So we'll just give them another minute or two. Yeah, thank you. Please stay tuned in. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So far, we have about 16 members who've joined the session. We'll just give another minute or two, and then we'll get started. Yeah, please, I would request everyone to stay tuned. Thank you so much. So, okay, welcome, parents. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for taking time to attend our today's session. So far, we see still about 16 parents who've joined in. It's okay. This session will be recorded, and we will just move on in the interest of time as the rest of the parents join in. At the end of the session, we'll be giving a recorded video link, and whatever part they've missed, they can just go through that once again. It's a great pleasure to meet you all. And today's session is exclusively for all the parents from Manipal School, Mangalore. I'm sure you're all ready to get introduced to Prodigy family and eager to know about how to help your child love learning, right? So let's move on. Our sincere thanks to school management team and special thanks to Mrs. Anuradha, principal ma'am, for allowing us the opportunity to partner with Manipal School Mangalore. Such a great team, and we have had the opportunity to visit school recently, and it was a pleasure meeting everybody. And it's a pleasure again to conduct this session today. A special thanks to all Max teachers, Sarita ma'am, Jay Sri, Hiba, Ashwini, Deepa, Yogavati ma'am. Thank you so much for all your support till date and for all your proactive communication to parents, inviting them for today's session. Once again, to all the parents, my name is Imtiaz. I'm the senior manager from Prodigy Education, and I'm going to be taking you all through Prodigy dashboard and what we have to offer for your child's creative and fun learning. Yeah. Once again, I welcome you all, and let's get started. So here's the agenda for today's session. In the next 45 minutes, we will take you through a quick introduction of Prodigy and walk you through on how teachers are using this creative and fun platform to help your children learn math skills, right, at home. And we'll also give you a walkthrough on the parent dashboard, how it is used. And in the end, we'll be happy to take any questions, but feel free to write in the chat window on your YouTube session, and we'll be happy to address the questions in the end. I hope that's okay, right? So as parents, we all know it's very important to have a healthy communication with our children, right? So adopting new strategies, looking at a creative platform to enable child being engaged in productive learning, right? We've always been eager to look at identifying such platforms to ensure our child is going through the productive learning. Most importantly, what we need to look at is incorporating playful parenting with a focus on connecting and building child's confidence through digital learning, right? Now, keeping in mind these aspects and some of the innovative ways of how homeschooling is conducted during this pandemic situation, we're very happy to inform all the parents that Manipal School Mangalore has partnered with Prodigy Education, especially for the grades 3 to 8, to support students learning across all the skills planned as part of the curriculum, right? We're really very, very proud to be partnered with Manipal School. So again, I'm going to take a quick 2 minutes to give you all an introduction about what Prodigy is all about. It's again an engaging curriculum aligned math platform, which is loved by more than 50 million students across the globe. Most of the teachers and principals who have been using this till date have really appreciated how this platform has been really helpful to take away the math phobia, right, in children, especially from grade 1 till grade 8, right? It easily motivates the child to understand the various strands and skills and sub skills that has been taught as planned in the curriculum and the lesson plans that are being conducted by teachers on a weekly basis in alignment to the CBSE guidelines, right? So what is Prodigy? It's a effective curriculum aligned math platform. It's completely a game based concept. It can be accessed through any handheld, through a desktop on a Windows platform or an iOS platform. It's completely online. It's a joyful math learning platform, right? It also has an app both on Android and iOS. Students can download this app using their parents' phone, and parents have to allow the students at least 30 minutes in a week to complete the assignments that has been given by the teachers, right? So that's where Prodigy is completely focused on. Yeah. Just to give you all a quick information in terms of when we started, it's almost like a decade back in 2013, when we started with this thought that math is a very, very important subject. Math is connected to across all the subjects, right? Without math, there is nothing that a student can actually do. So therefore, this platform started in 2013, and it's been like a decade so far, and we're really proud that we've kept to our mission to help every student love learning. And as you all can see, we have partnered with more than like a million schools so far. More than like 8 crore students plus have been accessing platform. The best part is almost more than 70% of the parents are connected to Prodigy platform. Now, how do they get connected? I will actually take you all through in a few minutes and show you as parent how can you add a child accessing a free parent dashboard and then guide your children on learning various skills in the math. And you can also keep a track of how teachers are passing on the assignments to the students and what are the skills that your children is learning, right? Well, our mission has always been to help every child love learning in this world, and we've been really proud that we've kept up this promise till date. So, who are the end users? Well, if you look at Prodigy Education, broadly, the users here are classified into four segments. One is the student, where the focus is purely on fun, math, personalized learning. Right? They enjoy practicing math skills. To them, they're thinking that like, it's a game platform, but they're actually, in a gaming environment, going ahead and defeating some monsters, which is completely a Harry Potter theme based learning. Right? And when they enjoy practicing solving these questions, they suddenly get the start that the teacher actually taught me this kind of a skill. The same questions, how am I getting it over here? That's where the teacher comes into the picture. What teacher does is we have a teacher dashboard where, as per the lesson plans on a weekly basis, whatever has been taught for each of the grade, teacher creates the assignments and passes these assignments to the students. Students then log in on a weekly basis and then solve these questions. Therefore, it becomes a very stress-free environment for them to learn math skills, right? And as parents, there is also a free dashboard where you can get a real-time progress report. It's absolutely a free dashboard, no extra cost added there. It's a very productive use of the children time instead of spending some other ways, going through some other series on YouTube or any other streaming services. It's better that child actually spends some time accessing this platform in a week to help improve their math skills, right? And as leaders of school, principals or the school management can keep a track of, as per the planned curriculum, how the skill mastery is being happening at a grade level, at a teacher level, and even at a student level. That's the level of detailed reports we've actually put in place for all the end users to keep track of how student learning is happening, right? And again, as parents, you might be thinking, why max, right? Of course, it's one of the biggest, or rather, the toughest subjects and requires continuous practice and constant application, right? Therefore, even all the max teachers in every school take that effort to ensure, the child gets that thorough practice on various strands and skills. Now, again, too many students suffer from math phobia. I'm sure most of us have also gone through this stage. Sometimes even parents inadvertently pass on this fear to the subject of the children, right? So when children reach us asking for some kind of a help, there are times we also kind of don't get an idea as to what the skill is all about. And it's actually a wide held perception that math requires an extraordinary level of intelligence. Therefore, the playful learning comes into the picture, right? Now, of course, child needs help. Mathematics is a fundamental part of a human thought and logic. It really provides an effective way of building mental discipline and encourages logical reasoning. And of course, the rigor in the mental aspect is built, right? In addition, mathematical knowledge plays a crucial role in understanding the contents of the school subjects too, right? It is definitely connected. Now, of course, during the pandemic situation, most of the parents have been looking at various tools online as to how to keep your children engaged, right? And as per the psychological studies, also most of the doctors have also recommended that learning games, which can give them a stress-free environment, give them a very calm and composed time where they can settle down and learn something is very, very important. So that's why Prodigy also comes into the picture. I mean, the methods that is involved is completely into the gaming to the curriculum that has been aligned and learning through technology, which is very, very important. Children are so tech savvy these days. They actually teach us how to use the gadgets, these days. So if we give this kind of an opportunity to them to access such a platform, it'll really benefit them, in learning those skills, right? Of course, it's a virtual learning concept. And of course, as a parents, we need to encourage them. So what are the benefits if we look at it, or rather an ROI, if we think through of incorporating such a platform, right? It improves attention and concentration. There are a lot of inactive thoughts that a student goes through. If you incorporate such kind of a learning platform, it turns into a productive learning for them, correct? It becomes very more engaging and very interactive. They also come and talk to the parents and say, hey, mom, dad, how do I solve this puzzle or this kind of a problem, right? So it becomes a very engaged mutual conversation between parents and children. And of course, there's frequent reinforcement and improved brain efficiency, which is what is very important. We need to have playful learning in our children, right? Now, why playful learning is very important because it facilitates a lot of flow of engagement in learning, correct? It improves child's attitude towards learning. It's very important as parents we also spend time with our children to understand what they're learning and where they need help, correct? Kind of diminishes the child's anxiety, which again connects to the math phobia. And children feel very comfortable to talk to us, very openly saying where they need help versus where they are not comfortable, correct? Be it any subject. And again heightens the creativity. This game has a lot of creative elements there, and they enjoy accessing this platform, correct? It also builds the problem solving skills, and it instills the self confidence. That's what we want to see in all the children. And we're really proud that Manipal School has taught at that level and accommodated this platform, last year and going forward as well. So moving on, well, let's look at how Prodigy is used to improve your child's math skills, right? Of course, we all understand that learning has no limits, correct? And as parents, can we help our child in love, loving them to learn these subjects? Of course, we can. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll give you a quick walkthrough of how does the teacher set up an assignment. Now, Prodigy has been onboarded in the school last year, and all the max teachers, despite the challenging situation of taking the online schooling, they have also incorporated this platform, which actually takes a lot of efforts and time from the teacher, right? Why? Because they want the children to get this creative learning and then the fun element of learning in a stress-free environment at home. Therefore, they have incorporated this platform. Now, incorporating this platform, how does teacher contribute and how do student access this, and how does a teacher access the report and understand who is the good performing student versus where the student needs help? And then we will also take a quick short illustration of how the parent dashboard also looks like. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you all these four user interfaces. Yeah. Now, first, so every teacher has a teacher account in Prodigy, and what Prodigy teacher does is they go ahead and create the classes and add the students, right? And then they share this user credential with the children. I presume this was done last year itself, and most of the students in Manipal School have the user credentials, right, across the grades from 3 to 8. Now, the teacher sets up an assignment for her class on the topic that she thinks they must be practicing these skills in alignment to the lesson plans, whatever that they're doing on a weekly basis. And teacher takes that extra initiative to inform the child to go ahead and complete an assignment that's been created by teacher on a week on week basis. Now, let me just play all the short illustration. There is no video here, but as a parent, you can just get some understanding in terms of how the teacher dashboard looks like and how teacher creates an assignment. I'm playing you all this illustration. So as you all can see, teacher accesses Prodigy dashboard with their user credentials. Yeah, this is a demo platform just for your reference. So they go to access the classrooms on the left-hand side. And once they get into the classroom, they go to the student section and they go and take a look at the user credentials, which is present in the dashboard. The same thing is shared with the students. And then they go to the assessment section, they create an assignment, right? So they go through the various skills that's available on the platform in alignment to the curriculum, and they set the number of questions the students should answer, and they go ahead and name the assignment with the topic and select the dates when the student has to complete this assignment, right? And if they have to go ahead and look at a report, they also get an understanding on which are those questions that the students will be answering, right? The teacher is very comfortable that this is the lesson that they have taught this week, and the same questions or the same concept related questions will be answered by students, on that particular timeline. Now let's take a look at how does the student answer these assignment questions. This is again a short illustration just for your reference. I'm sure most of you as parents have already seen this dashboard, but for the ones who have not seen it, just playing this short illustration. So the student, when they first time access the math platform, they will log in with the user credentials. There's a little bit of interesting, beginning guide that's been shown to the student, inviting them. They log in to access the various worlds within the game, and it's a very fun, environment for them to go ahead and access various worlds. But the theme is completely on solving max questions and earning those points, right? They're like wizard battles where they kind of fight with different monsters and defeat them, and therefore they earn their marks over here. So this is our question on the student interface appears, as you can see, and students start learning these skills on a regular basis in alignment to the assignments that is created by the teachers. Hope this gives an idea as to how a student answers the questions in the math platform, right? Yeah, so I'm going to move you all and show you all the third illustration, which is once the student completes the assignment, how does the teacher actually review the assignment, right? This is again a quick 1 minute illustration. Let me just play this for you all. So you all can get an idea as to what reports teachers access. They kind of get to know in the dashboard how many number of questions it answers on a weekly basis. They go to the assessment section and access the completed assignment and get a clear sense of who are the students struggling to understand this particular concept, right? Now, what are the next key actions a teacher does is, well, depending on the number of students who've not understood this particular concept, a teacher goes ahead and creates another assignment for as a remedial, only focusing on those set of students, or a teacher takes a special initiative again to reinforce understanding the concept back to the students, which again is a lot of effort by the teacher, right? We really need to appreciate them for the kind of time that they're investing to help these students understand the skill, right? So hats off to them. So this is how the teacher, reviews the assignment. Now, what's interesting is Prodigy is also for parents, correct? So I'm sure that you're also ready to help your child grow and build new math skills. We highly recommend you access this, math platform on a weekly basis and support your child using this math platform. So the question in your mind is, as a parent, what should I do? Yeah. Completely agree with you all. Well, how can you contribute? Well, we want you to help your child love learning, right? We want you to monitor the child's progress in your parent dashboard, right? Prodigy parent dashboard. Support them and motivate them to complete the assignments, which is created by teachers on a week on week basis. It just takes about 30 minutes for them to complete about 25 questions on a weekly basis. We understand a lot of parents will be complaining about screen time. We completely respect that, but given the online schooling situation, we also don't want the child to sit idle and get into some kind of unproductive learning, right? Therefore, our recommendation to incorporate Prodigy into the child's learning, activity. So please support them with 30 minutes at least in a week to complete those assignments. Now, I'm going to play all a short illustration walking you through how a parent dashboard looks like, which is very, very interesting. And that's where the session is, designed especially for you all, right? Now, as a parent, you can create your own parent account, right? You don't have to pay anything for this. Once you create a free parent account, you just have to add your child to your account. And once you add your child, you can keep track of the assignments that is coming to your child on a week on week basis. Which skills are they learning? Which skills are they weak? Which skills are they good, right? So depending on that, in your Prodigy dashboard, you can also motivate your child for the good work that they have been doing to put this effort in learning those skills. I'm going to play all the short illustration about parent dashboard. Please go through this. So as parents, you all can go to prodigygame.com, go to parent section and get started with a free parent account. You all can create your own free parent account with no extra charges. And let's say that you have created your parents account and you are logging into Prodigy. Here, just for demo purposes, we've added 4 children and 1 parent, right? And if you come over here in the main dashboard, you get to see the number of weekly questions that you've been answering. And here's the interesting module about curriculum coverage. So depending on the grade your child is right now, it highlights which are the various curriculum, and the green highlight shows how many number of accuracy that they have, and the total evaluation overall depending on the number of questions that they have answered. As parents, you can also set the number of questions that they need to answer on a weekly basis, right? So you all can also motivate them. So here you can go to manage child section and reset the password in case you have forgotten or your child has forgotten the password, right? So there are a lot of things that you can do in a parent dashboard. Yeah. So student login credentials was actually passed by teachers last year, and we will be again passing the user credentials this coming academic year once the school reopens as well, because the students will be promoted and the user credentials remains. So wherever the students get shuffled, as per the promotion data, we will move them to the respective classes and teachers. So please encourage allowing the child to complete the teacher assignments from school. The whole objective is to help them practice math skills, right, during the free time. Now, as a parent, we would request you to watch out for teachers' communication on Prodigy assignment. I'm sure there's a communication, method through which school reaches out to parents, informing about various initiatives, right? And Prodigy is also part of that initiative. So, respecting that, our humble request is please give 30 minutes to your child to access Prodigy on a weekly basis, be it in the weekend or weekdays, depending on whenever the teacher requests to complete the assignment, and allow children to use Prodigy, with a focus to help them to improve the skill mastery, right? So how do you create a parent account? Well, it's very simple. You just have to go to prodigygame.com. So when you go to that website, you just click on get your free account and then click on parent option, and your child will already have the user details, the user credentials. So just put in that user credentials of your child there, and you are good to go to create the account. It's a very, very easy process. And for any other various support, we are there to guide your children, and we are working very closely with the max teachers. And as and when the new features are being launched, we do keep school informed, and we train the max teachers on that. Again, thank you everyone for your time. I hope we have been able to give you all a quick idea about what this platform has to offer and why school has taken this special initiative to involve Prodigy Education as part of math learning focus for skill mastery. Let me just pause here. If you all have any questions, please feel free to write in the chat window, and I would be happy to take your questions. Go ahead. You all can type your questions in the chat window in your YouTube session, and I would be happy to answer your questions. Yeah, we can take the next 5 minutes to answer any open questions. Once again, we've recorded this session. We'll be sending this session and a link to the school, and would request school admin to circulate this to all the parents. And those parents who have missed the session can go through this at their leisure. And we do plan one more session after the start of the academic year. Yeah, I would request parents, if you all have any questions at all, please do post it in the YouTube live chat window, and I would be very happy to answer your questions. I also have Sarita ma'am and Jayashree ma'am on the bridge. In case if you all have any questions, also please feel free to ask ma'am. Yeah, I see there's a question by Mr. Vinay. Is membership needed? No, no, sir. Membership is not needed. Well, this is completely a free platform that's been given by Prodigy Education, and this is a North American-based organization. Back in North America, we are working with the district level schools, and most of the funding comes from there. The idea of giving this free for last year and this year is to, one, help the child get access to the platform. Two, get the feedback from the teachers and improve the product, right? There is no membership needed, and I would request none of the parents to go ahead and take the membership on the website. We will be also having a different India-based website, which will be launched in like 2-3 weeks time. So to answer your question, no, membership is not needed. And even if a membership is being recommended, that will be going through school route, but not through parents. Thank you so much for asking that question, Mr. Vinay. Any other questions, please feel free to type in the chat window. Anything at all, please do not shy away. If you all have any questions, go ahead and type in the chat window. We can stay on the bridge for another 2 minutes. I would be really happy to take any questions. Okay, in case if we don't have any questions, should we just go ahead and conclude, or should we wait for another 1 minute? Well, again, I just wanted to call this out on behalf of Prodigy Education. Please be assured to encourage and motivate the students in Manipal School, Mangalore. I personally, along with my team, will be visiting, depending on the COVID, following the COVID guidelines. Once the school resumes back in full operations, we will visit school and we will recognize the students who've been doing really well. There are a lot of goodies that is actually planned on a quarterly basis. We will recognize the top performing students. We take them and post out in our social media. And when we talk about goodies, especially during the tournament that we conduct during the November month, highly recommend all the parents allow your child to actively participate in the tournament. Last year, we gave the top performing student an iPad, a MacBook Pro, a Chromebook, a Dell laptop, and there was a lot of Android tablets and all. We gave it to various partner schools. So this is again to motivate the children to get access to handhelds who do not have handhelds as well, right? And most of the schools have really appreciated this. So I just wanted to say this to the parents. Please be assured we will work on motivating as much as possible to ensure every child is recognized this coming academic year. I think with that note, we kept it very short. We've finished this orientation in 30 minutes. If there are no questions, I'll just keep the session on for 1 more minute and then we can log off. Okay, then thank you very much. It was really great interacting with everybody. And hopefully we look forward to the pandemic situation turning out well. And let's pray all of us stay safe and take care of yourself. Yeah. So take care.